Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Tap Nation podcast. My name is Connor Phelan. I'm the Director of Marketing here at the Top Agent Team, joined today by Carly Sweet, a.k.a. Shug, and Kyle Nash, Director of Onboarding. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Thanks, Connor.
Doing fantastic. What do you got for us, Connor?
We got a little bit of true or false, but I think I want to let Carly here explain who she is to our audience of wonderful people here in Spokane. Carly, how long have you been with the Top Agent Team?
I have been with the Top Agent Team since the very beginning of this year, so almost 9 months.
Nice. Mm-hmm. And did you come from somewhere else?
I did.
And what's the best thing about being on the Top Agent Team?
Well, I don't know. I think with Top Agent Team, I finally, I feel like I fit in. I found my tribe. I love everyone who works here. I enjoy coming to work every day. We just have a really good community here.
Totally.
And I just love it here. It was fun. A good fit.
Love it first.
Love it. Yeah.
Awesome. Really quick on that, something I just want to touch on is, especially with when we have new agents come on board, ultimately, I mean, sometimes it's not a great fit. And
right.
It might be because our team and the way we act with each other,
yeah.
We have fun. Not that most people don't want to have fun, but sometimes,
right.
If there's other agents that don't like that, or they want to be a little bit not that we're not professionals, but we also like to have fun.
Right, and I think that different brokerages just have different personalities and different dynamics, mm-hmm. and you just have to find the one that suits you, and the counter, you suit it as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I found my home here.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I feel the same exact way when I started working here. Before I got this job, I was a DJ, aka on my own, doing my own thing. I never really had a team environment I worked in, besides like playing sports in high school and stuff like that. But I didn't have that for like 5 or 6 years. And now just that feeling of, finding your tribe and being around people that motivate you and have similar goals is a really cool thing.
Absolutely.
So what was the biggest thing that happened when you were did you search for other teams, or was it just Top Agent Team that you went to? Were you kind of interviewing some other people?
No, I wasn't actually. I was kind of taking a break from real estate, to be honest, and Drew got in touch with me.
Okay.
And I just said, what the heck? I'll check it out. I mean, it was kind of a random text message from him, and I was like, is somebody messing with me here?
This is
all right.
fake.
Well, and I didn't text him back for a day, and I told Brandon about it, and he's like, so are you gonna go to lunch? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't
playing hard to get.
texted him back. Yeah, that's exactly it. No.
Nice.
but it was funny because I texted him back, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll meet with you. But first, what is your name and who are you with?
Nice.
But yeah, rest is history. Had lunch with Drew. He told me about the team and came and checked us out and liked what I saw.
Awesome. What are the biggest things that we do here? Because I know we talk about training a lot and kind of all the extra classes, and obviously mm-hmm. with everything that's been going on in the last few months, we've kind of had to take a backseat
right.
to a lot of stuff. But what we're doing now and what we had when you first started, can you tell me a little bit about what was different about that when you started with our team?
Yeah. I think with Top Agent Team, the accountability part of being with this team is super important because we're all technically, independent contractors. We work for ourselves, and it's really hard to, get up every day sometimes and do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
If you have other people that are holding you accountable every single day and you have certain milestones you're supposed to be hitting, it makes it easier to be successful in this business.
Yeah, so I guess you can touch on that a little bit, but before that, so we kind of set this up for especially new agents when we do the onboarding with them and start them on a process. We ease them into it, and we mm-hmm. say, okay, generally based on how many people you need to be contacting, how many appointments you need to be setting, how many clients you actually need to gain in your portfolio, or not portfolio, but you need to gain that you're working with. We kind of set that up. Don't expect that you're just going to get 10 people in your first month right away to work with, right?
Yeah.
So I guess, how did that help you starting out?
Well, I think that having, like I said, that accountability and realizing that it's not like something that happens overnight. Like
Yeah.
I came here for 3 months, almost every single day, and did the same thing every single day, not getting a paycheck, but knowing that at some point what I was doing now was going to pay off later,
Right.
and so, and after that, you start to see your work um, come to fruition, I guess.
Pumping the well.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, is there anything else about Top Agent Team that you wanted to plug that we've got that's different?
No, I just think, it's a great team. Like you said, we have fun, but we're professional, and we work for ourselves, but we don't work by ourselves. And that's a really important piece that makes us successful, because we have, an entire team to help you, whether you're just starting or you've done a few things and you still, like, say you've never done a land deal before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's 20 other people you can bounce ideas off of and get help from.
Yeah.
And we have a pool party tomorrow.
So. We do have a pool party. Whoa, you're not supposed to tell people about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one thing, just making me think of The Office on that one. There's one part in The Office where Dwight says that we're no more a team than everyone staying in the same hotel. And sometimes I feel like that's kind of the way it is with some other brokerages.
Sure.
It might feel that way.
Yeah.
You're not actually a team. They're all just
Yeah.
kind of working they do what they need to do, but they're not there to help anybody. So we're in
Right.
the same building together, right?
Right.
So I think that's a big thing with Top Agent Team is it's always been, we're all social. We're all
Right.
pretty dang social. So we want to, again, have fun with each other, but also, we're going to push each other in a positive way as opposed to
Right.
like, why the heck didn't you do this?
Right.
So,
Well, and it's always just a really motivating environment to be in.
Yeah.
Even like on the days that you're like, oh, I don't want to do this today. You get to work and you're like, oh, okay, I can do this today,
probably for a good reason you came in, right?
Right.
Yeah. Awesome.
Totally. Yeah, and to plug one more thing, we're always looking for real estate agents and salespeople to join our team. So if you or someone you know is interested in a career in real estate, go ahead and click the link in the description. We'll leave it in the comments too. You can fill out an application, and our team leader, Drew, will get a hold of you and kind of give you the rundown of what we do here at Top Agents. So
we'll tell him to identify himself when he texts you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time.
This time.
If you get a random text
Yeah.
message.
Who are you and why do you want to take me to lunch?
We can play true or false.
Yeah, let's play true or false.
Let's play true or false. Okay, so I'm gonna just to let you guys know how this goes down. I got some I don't know what you want to call them, statements. So I'll read it off, and you guys say whether it's true or false, and then explain why it's true.
I didn't
or false.
realize there was going to be a test today.
It's pretty intense. So it's either pass or fail. True or false?
Or true or false.
True or false?
It's either true or false.
So right now, it's impossible to buy in Spokane without overpaying.
I'm going to say false on that one. I think it depends. I mean, I've had people, I actually had a house right across the street from me that was listed. I think there's a caveat to it, right? If it's listed and priced right, it's going to sell at the right price, at market value. But if
Right.
it's not listed at at market value or, lower, it's probably going to sit and you're going to get a better deal on it or perceived better deal because, I had the house sat for 3 months at $315 across the street from me, and then they lowered it by a lot, just $265, and then it was gone instantly. So something tells me that nobody was willing to pay $315 for it, but they were willing to pay $265 as soon as they saw that. So overpriced homes, I think that's the false part of it. If it's overpriced, yeah, you can get a deal. You can get a deal, and you won't pay overpriced for a house.
Right.
So it's kind of a
Well, and I also think that it's up to you to decide what
Right.
you think it's worth.
Yeah,
Because overpriced to one person is going to be just fine for the next, So,
Totally.
I mean, that's kind of up to your opinion whether something is overpriced or not.
Yeah, who determines value?
Right.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, and that's the definition of market value is whatever somebody's willing to pay for a house.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Cool. And yeah, I think the Spokane medium home price is still over $300,000 now for the first time in
Getting up there,
history.
Yeah.
prices are going up. So, second one here, we got every home sale in the market ends up in a bidding war.
Carly, you take that
No,
one.
that's false. I don't think it's a bidding war. I mean, per se, we're not in an auction where it's like, like
Gotta
you
go to
put
court
in,
for that one.
you put in your offer, you put in whatever the home is worth to you, and if you lose out, you lose out. You know, you're not. They're not going to call you and be like, "Oh, so let's go at this end. So can you beat this? Can you beat this? Can you beat this?" That's not how it works.
Right.
Yeah, and I think the difference with that is it's not, and I think what you're getting at is it's not a bid. It's not a bidding war.
Right.
We're not saying, hey, Carly, are you willing to go up to this price? Like
Right.
you just said, it's you're putting in what you're putting an offer in and what you think you'd pay for it. I mean, when I talk to clients, that's what I always tell them. Like,
Right.
what would you be frustrated that you lost the house out for? If you lose, you lose. I mean, it is the difference between an auction and just saying, this is what I'm willing to pay. So there's some legality there that sellers and listing agents aren't supposed to disclose what other offers are, because then that would actually create that bidding war.
Right.
Now there is a little bit out there. I mean, if you get permission from the seller to actually, tell the other agents that are making offers on the house, you can disclose that. I mean, there's a little bit of a gray area to it, but I don't recommend that, because at that point, then you're risking the appraisal process at the very
Right.
end, because then you're just saying, oh, okay, well, I already know what they're paying for it, so I'd be willing to price that. And so if I'm wrong, somebody comment or whatever, tell me I'm wrong on that. But I know there's some issues with
Right.
that. So
Cool. Number 3, you have to save 20% for a down payment to buy a home.
False.
no,
Absolutely not.
no.
20% too much?
20% is fantastic to put down on a home. Obviously, the more down you put, the less money, the less your loan amount is going to be, and that's really where people they don't want to have a large loan amount because they're paying more interest on that, so they're actually paying their house off. Theoretically, you could pay your house off quicker if you just kind of calculated them differently, or you put 20% down. It may make more sense to do a 15-year loan versus a 30-year loan. It may make
Sure.
sense. So I would say any of those questions, talk to a lender.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Top lending team.
top lending team. Exactly.
Got lenders right downstairs.
Yep.
But there's a lot of people in a situation where they don't have that big cushion of savings to put towards a home loan, but they don't want to keep paying rent. They don't want to, they want to. You have to start somewhere, and so if you have to pay a little bit more to do a 0% down loan, then it's better than paying rent anyway.
Yeah, kind of like I mentioned a couple weeks ago. Actually, I think it was last week when we had James on. I was talking to him about whether it'd be good for me to refinance, because I know I bought FHA 5 years ago, but just because of home prices and values, they've gone up so much. I may already have 20% equity built into the house now, so I could convert that over to a conventional loan,
Yeah.
get a better rate, and also have my private mortgage insurance, the PMI, drop off. So there's quite a bit of benefit there. And again, I mean, or I could take some of that money out and start paying some stuff off, whatever I need to do. So.
Well, and we always talk about how, like it's a stepping stone. You start with this house and then you gain equity and then you start to the bigger house. Like you're not going to just right out the gate be like, I'm going to buy my dream house right now.
Yeah.
That's just not how it works unless you win the lottery or whatever.
Put you on the spot. So what's the average number of years somebody stays in their house?
5 or 6?
7. Yep.
7?
Perfect. So yeah, generally most people stay in their house 7 to 10 years before they move on to the next one. Now in this market, people have been moving every 2 to 3 years.
Sure.
I've had repeat customers, and also I've seen just the same house be sold several times.
Right.
So just knowing that families are moving in, again, they're taking advantage of the equity and
Right.
the gains that they're getting right now. So I would imagine once it's less of a seller's market, then we're going to start seeing that, okay, people are staying in their houses longer, and then we'll see that happen. So yeah, 7 years. So if you're getting close to that, let us know. We'd love to help you out.
Last but not least, homes are more affordable right now than they have been in years.
Depends.
No, it's true or false.
True.
Okay.
What do you say,
I
Carly?
was going to say true.
Yes. Why do you say true?
Mortgage rates.
Exactly.
Absolutely. They're so low right now. It gives you more buying power.
Yeah, I think when back in, I think, 20 years ago, rates were at they could have been at 10%.
Right.
Right now, they're at below 3.
Right.
So what you can afford now, your payments, I mean, back then, 10% on a $180,000 house might, I don't know the numbers right off the top of my head,
Come on.
but I know, I'm so sorry. Rain Man, I want all the Rain Man things. Let's go like that. But 10% back on a $180,000 house could be the same payments as a $300,000 house at 3%.
Yeah.
So, we're generally, it's more affordable right now. Plus, there's a lot less predatory lending going on, too.
Yeah.
So, people that can actually afford the houses are getting the loans, are getting approved. And there's just a lot more, guidelines to make sure that people get approved. So,
my question with the loan stuff is, so if someone gets locked in for a mortgage right now at 3%, and the Fed comes out and says, "Oh, we're raising rates to this," and does your rate go up with that, or are you locked in at 3%?
So that's exactly what a lock is. So your lender, your loan officer is going to be the one that's actually going to say, okay, they're constantly watching the market and trying to figure out what's happening. If they think Fed's going to raise it or whatever or lower it, they're going to recommend to their clients to say you should lock your rate in now. Mm-hmm. And generally, you can have a 30, 45, 60-day rate lock. I mean, the longer you want, you're taking a risk, right? The longer you want your lock to be, the more it's probably going to cost you. So if you wanted a 90-day rate lock or a lock extension, it's going to cost you a little bit more money. Again, all these questions should be a question for lenders.
We just need to get one of them on here the whole time.
Again, we'll get another one. So
sweet deal.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about the market a little bit, some of the numbers. Last week, we had 2122 for active listings, and we went up just about a net of 4 more active listings this week to 2126. So again, in my opinion, it just kind of stayed stagnant there, not too much of a shift in the market. So everything kind of stayed pretty much the same activity. New listings, there's a little bit more new listings. Everything went up just a little bit. New listings went up about 0.5%. Pending listings went up almost a full percent. So that means more deals went under contract, and then quite a few more closed last week too. So we'll post those numbers on the video, and you can kind of check through that. So yeah, other than that, nothing too crazy last week. It was I think a lot of people, just everything else that's going on in the world, and obviously with election, I know the debates are going on right now, or the DNC, the National Convention is going on right now. So I know that's a lot of people participating or wanting to see that. And so yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on. People want to see that. People want to see that. Yeah, people want to see that.
Okay. Well, Carly, thanks for being on.
Thanks for having me.
For sure.
Needed some estrogen.
Yeah, first girl on the podcast.
First lady. All right.
Welcome. Hell yeah. All right. Well, Cal, you got anything?
I'm good. Thanks, guys.
Cheeseburger.
Get some cheeseburgers.
We'll see you next week.